Oh god, where the hell are we now?
Somewhere very high. This is actually a part of the game where the color palette gets a little more interesting. Instead of brown and gray and like a sickly green color, it's sort of white and blue.
With a sickly green color.
With a sickly green color.
It's not going to be over. Not for a long time. If ever.
And there's the point where Jan is finally worked up enough to not be drooling over Luger the entire time.
Right, well, as Special Forces captain falls in love, he promises her the world, but she has other plans. 9 months later, they meet again, except now the brave captain's sweetheart is a cold assassin. Trained to kill. Trained to think. Not feel. Act. Not reflect.
Haka figured this all out just kind of watching them these last couple missions.
Although I suspect Captain Templar feels
I know he's surprisingly like on point with things. Rico's like, fucking is full of shit.
Rico needed it spelled out for him. And his response is still, fuck you, Haka.
Yeah.
So in honor of Haka talking about how perfect Luger is, we're going to play as Haka. Also because we just stomped Lente last mission, so let's stomp a few more Helghast to get revenge for our dead family.
Yeah, plus the takeaway from the Haka's analysis of that is, yeah, Luger's a stone-cold, frigid bitch who kills people for a living, and he's into that.
Yeah, he loves it.
Go figure.
He is half Helghast. Maybe that's a fetish of theirs.
Western Patrol reporting in. All clear here. No sign of the dropship.
Eastern Patrol, nothing to report. So much for sneaking in. This might be fun after all.
Damn it, Rico.
There is nothing ever subtle about Rico.
And as a reminder, the commander characters, I believe there's a couple down there running around that we're killing, they have the same skins that Haka has, so we're effectively killing ourselves.
This game is very, very metaphorical when you think about it. Once again, body falls one way, gun falls another. And oh hey, there's a drone we just knocked out.
Also no cover. They're still not using cover.
Yep. Nope.
Replaying through Killzone 2 has made me really appreciate the changes in AI they made. Like the fact that it actually exists for one. Screw you, Rico. This is an incredibly inaccurate gun, even when Hack is using it. Also, I don't hear you shooting.
I'm just more shocked at the fact that Rico needs glasses, apparently.
This level actually is more interesting than some of the earlier ones we've been through. This is the part of the game, well, it started with the last level, with the lead up to Lente, but this is the part where the quality starts to come back up after that incredible valley of like abominable boredom that we slogged through.
Yeah, that nearly like 9-month stretch there in the middle of the game.
Oh god. It's all,
I know.
I was gonna say it's all downhill from here, but we're actually going uphill for the rest of the game.
It's downhill thematically from here.
Yeah. And in a sense, it's metaphorical here too, because we started the game literally in the trenches of Vecta, under enemy fire, in mud, sweat, blood, being bombed at, shot at, running from grenades and Helghast and tanks. and we slowly worked our way through this shelled city, through nature, as sickly and twisted as it was, up these hills, and up these mountains. We're pulling ourselves out of this really dark place.
Hold fire.
Things are gonna get better. There's hope in this level design. Fittingly, the last chapter is called Hope. Spoiler alert.
And then Killzone 2 and Killzone Liberation happen, and we see how that all turns out.
I like to think they planned that. If this game is a reverse Heart of Darkness, then the rest of the Killzone games are just Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness Strikes Back. The Return of Heart of Darkness.
Heart of Darkness 3, Heart Harder.
That was a bit of a stretch. I am playing it slow right here, because that fella right there has one of those lovely triple-barreled Hellgast rocket launchers.
Oh yeah, you took forever to get past this guy, I remember.
When I recently did my hard mode Rico only run, the entire game was made incredibly easy.
Why didn't we use that for the LP again?
To show off the different characters and their abilities, none of which compare to Rico's giant gun.
What the fuck are they shooting at?
It's covering fire. They don't really have to shoot at anything, they just are sort of making noises so that the Hellgast duck, I guess?
But they're shooting in... No direction in which they're shooting is the right direction, though. Either way.
The grenade got him. I heard a scream. So at least I'm doing something.
Enemy spotted.
Luger's not even looking the right way.
No. It's like... There is one brain between the four of them, and they each get to take turns to figure out which one has it for the level.
If I can just take down this guy, they'll run up without fear. Because...
Easier said than done.
Yeah, that rocket launcher, he can fire it 3 times in rapid succession without worrying about reloading.
Once again, another wonderful Stall Arms invention to be thankful for.
Stall Arms does make some pretty sweet inventions. Although most of the wacky experimental weapons come from Visari Corporation. Generally, it's the bog standard rifles and machine guns that come from Stall Arms.
Regardless, it's going to be cathartic as hell to blow Malcolm McDowell into the abyss at the end of the third game.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, who are we kidding? We're not going to get to that for years.
No, you have to stay positive. Killzone 2, coming this year.
Yep, 2015 to question mark, question mark, question mark. Keep shooting, they say, and then the guns go silent.
I was hoping to kite the... they just followed me back. I was hoping to kite the squad up there and then fall back so they would keep shooting at the Hellgas, but as you saw, they just followed me back to cover. And I'm almost out of ammo of the gun that has the most amount of ammo available in the entire game. And there we go, I got him.
Finally.
This section with any character but Rico can be really difficult because of that rocket launcher. He's got great cover, there's a bunch of troops around him sort of protecting him, and yeah, it's tedious if you can't take him down quick.
Just get Luger's nutshot rifle in there.
And I killed Haka.
Again.
Haka, see what you can find on the other side of those mines.
So everyone else has to go this route. The left trail, which I walked past, is one that only Haka can take. At this point, I'm hoping to grab a health pack before I go that way, because I will have to go it alone, since none of the other players' characters will be able to follow me through the mines.
And I'm just trying to remember, do you pick up the rocket launcher at this point, or?
That's one of the reasons I came up here.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 rockets you can fire in fairly rapid succession without reloading. Second function is totally useless, but interesting nonetheless. It just launches all 3 like a grenade launcher, like so. So that was a massive waste of my ordnance. Oops. To be fair though, there's not a lot to really shoot at with this weapon in this level. Other levels where it might have been useful that would have had a lot of armor, it's not around. So I would say Guerrilla was still working on their level design at this point.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't show up in multiplayer either, does it?
If it does, it's pretty
I don't
rare.
think we ever encountered it. Yeah.
We didn't encounter it when we were faffing about. It may be one of those weapons that pops up in like one location on like 2 maps. I'm not really bothered to go scouting the multiplayer maps on my own to look for it.
Six shots, 0 kills. Way to go, man.
This level would have really benefited from having a sniper rifle in it. Guess what weapon does not show up in this level?
I'm just gonna take a random stab and say... knives.
No, I have a knife on me right now. I spawned as Haka. That was a terrible guess. I pulled it out at the beginning of the mission. I think I dropped it because knives are pretty useless in this level. Knives are pretty useless in Killzone 1, period. Wait until we get to Killzone 2, where they're the most OP weapon.
Oh god. Hello, Radek.
The main character in Killzone 2 is also a killing machine with them. It's like becoming John Rambo. You know, they drew first blood and all that. So I'm playing this section of the level pretty straight, which is you know, come over the bluff, They see you, you come down here, they come rushing up. A bunch of soldiers actually spawn from behind, which is frustrating. And I'll have to turn around and deal with them in a moment. But there's an easy way to get through this. When you come up the bluff, just run along the right side up until you get to the anti-aircraft gun at the back, kill the 2-3 Helghast that are there, get in the anti-aircraft gun, and then just take out everyone else at your leisure.
Yeah, the Helghast really pick some weird locations to put their anti-aircraft guns, namely in areas that give you a perfect line of sight kill shot to their entire force deployment area.
It's wonderful. They don't make this mistake back on Helghan. So I wonder if it's just a fault in reasoning in the Third Army here. Visari didn't send his best soldiers, he sent his most expendable. The tragic thing is they ultimately wind up accomplishing their goals here, or at least some of them. I mean, they don't win Vecta, but they don't entirely... They don't leave empty-handed, let's say.
Well, technically speaking, if you're just playing the vanilla version of Liberation, they do leave empty-handed. They had to put in a frickin' DLC to link it to Killzone 2.
True, but it was a free DLC. To make up for the fact that I guess it wasn't on the disc. I don't know. However, if you weren't aware and didn't know how to deal with the slightly obtuse method of getting it onto your PSP and unpacking it and playing it, then, well, I guess you never got to fully complete Killzone Liberation, but we'll get there. We're almost there. 2015. This summer.
The year of Killzone.
Coming to a subforum near you. Killzone, Killzone, Killzone.
That's 3 Killzone games for the price of none. Well, technically 4 if Cheeto Ryu does, if Cheeto Ryu 12 does Shadowfall. And that's literally the end.